Hello everybody. On this episode I'm going to show you how I am doing some caramelized onions. I've never freeze dried these before, but on the Facebook groups that I'm a member of, everybody kind of says that it's like eating candy. So I thought I'd try it. But I didn't want to caramelize my onions with oil. So what I did was I got 3 bags, 3-pound bags of yellow onions, and I chopped those up and I cooked them in the crock pot on low overnight, and then I just scooped them out in small stages and put them in my skillet in the morning and finished caramelizing them. When they're in the crock pot, they kind of come out almost like a boiled potato. I'll show you that in a minute. So I finished them off and just cooked them in my skillet until all the water and moisture was gone, and that really came out really nice. So what I thought I would do is share with you that process with the last 3-pound bag I had, because when I trade those up after cooking them down, I think I ended up with, from 9 pounds of onions, about 3 pounds of caramelized onions. So I had one more bag, so I went ahead and chopped that up, and we'll add that to this freeze dryer load. So these have been on for about 9 hours on low on the crock pot. And this is what they've come out like. They're kind of caramelized. And what I did is I just chopped them up and I put them in my crock pot and added probably 2 cups of water in there, stuck it on low, and then they've just been cooking all day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer some of these over to my skillet, and I'll see you when we caramelize that. So I'm adding these, and I'm getting some of the juice as well. I'm not worrying about draining that juice off, because I need that juice to finish this caramelizing process. I think I can do it in about 2, since it's only one 3-pound bag in 2 loads. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put my heat on medium, and I'll probably just play some music here, because what I'm going to do is get these all boiling. There's a little of a burnt piece. Get these boiling, then we're just going to occasionally stir that until all that liquid is gone. So I'll fast forward the videotape and we'll play some music and watch me do this at high speed. Okay, so it's getting close. I don't know if you can see that on the video, but there's little moisture in the middle here. So we're going to keep that cooking until most of that moisture is gone. And we're not worried about this brown stuff that's on here, because when I put the next load in, the liquid from that will loosen all that up and save all that flavor too, and transfer that to the onions. But it's very, very close. trying to cook off all the excess moisture I can without burning them. I don't want them burned. And that looks to be about it. So I'll get my bowl, transfer this to the bowl, just let it cool down, and we'll put the last bit in. Okay, that's all the onions in, and I'm gonna, if this isn't too hot, just dump the rest of that juice in there and get all that good flavor. Alright, and you see, if you stir that around, all that burnt stuff will come off the skillet, and that's just going to add flavor to our onions. Okay, so we're going to do the repeat of what we did on the last skillet full, and I'll show you these trayed up once they cool down. We'll stick those in the freezer too. So, but next time you see these, I'll be putting them on the tray. I'll see you then. Okay, so there we have it. Let's see. I didn't get a lot once I cooked down those onions. That's a whole 3-pound bag right there. But this is a partial tray that I had from the 9 pounds of onions that I did. I ended up with about 1 pound of stuff on here. So I just put this on here, spread it out, and that'll be good enough. Those smell so good. I'll leave a little room there in case I want to do an experiment. Because you know me, I'm all about experiments. That's good. So, next time you see these, they'll be coming out of the freeze dryer. This is going in the freezer until it's frozen solid, and then we'll go in my next load. I'll see you then. Okay, here's my caramelized onions out of the freeze dryer. The freeze dryer told me they were done at about 25 hours or something like that, but I had to add some more time to get me past work and not in the middle of the night last night, and kind of end up this morning. So I ended up running these for 41 hours. But they said they were done at about, I can't, if I remember right, about 25, something like that. Let's see how they come out like. See if everybody's right. They said these are supposed to be delicious. Oh my gosh, they are good. That's like melt in your mouth sweetness. Those are good. Oh yeah. If you can imagine Funyuns, which is all artificially flavored onion, salt, and all that stuff, this is a much more intense flavor, and actually I think it's a little bit sweeter. Those are absolutely gorgeous. You've got to try that recipe. I'm so glad I did. It's not an original, but I'd seen so many people talk about how good they were freeze-dried caramelized onions. So I want to just, let's see. Let's just go over how I did these. I stuck these in the crock pot, I think overnight, with about a cup or so of water in there, and let them cook on low for about 8 hours, 10 hours, somewhere around there. I then, in small batches, took them out of the crock pot with the juice and put them in my frying pan on a medium-high heat, and just kept cooking them and stirring until all the water and moisture from the onions that had cooked in the crock pot overnight was gone. They browned up real nicely. I mean, they were kind of blonde browned in the crock pot, but I think it needed that skillet finishing touch just to get them a nice darker brown and caramelized a little bit better. But these are absolutely gorgeous. Check that out. Oh my gosh, those are good. Definitely a keeper. I'll be doing those again. So I'm just going to break these up into chunks and put them in my 1 gallon Mylar bag. And if I wanted something that required a little bit of freeze of caramelized onions, I could rehydrate a little bit, or if I want a snack, I can just eat them like they are. That did stick to the side of the tray there. I don't know if you saw that a little bit, so I'd be tempted to use a silicone bag, mat, or parchment paper. But I'll leave that up to the viewer. Those are delicious. I think I'll try and rehydrate some for you here on camera, just to see what they come out rehydrated like. Get these bagged up. I'll leave a little bit out. I can always put that on a sandwich or something for lunch today. As always, I'm going to put a 300cc O2 absorber in each of these 1 gallon Mylar bags. Let me get this all sealed up and we'll do a taste test. Okay, let's rehydrate some of these onions. We'll put just enough water on there to cover a little bit and go from there. They're not as fast to absorb the water as I thought they might be, and that's probably because of the sugar content in the onions. You know, some stuff you can pour it on, you can just see the water absorbing into it, and that's not the case with these so far. I mean, they're starting to break up easy. Just a splash more water on there, I think. Now that time I saw the water absorb a lot easier, so that's definitely what it is. The caramelized sugar coating on the onions kind of retarded the onions absorbing the moisture. And once that coating was gone, I could see that those onions puff up real quick the second time I added water. getting nice and sauce in there. That caramelized sauce. Let's see what they taste like. Yeah. They taste pretty good. I did use cold water, so I think I'd be tempted to heat that up, because just cold isn't as appetizing. Let's pop that in the microwave for 20 seconds. Okay, I warmed that up for 20 seconds. I see steam coming off of them, so let's see how that tastes. Oh yeah. Those are going to be good on a sandwich. Came out definitely that sweet onion taste that you would expect from caramelized onions. The onions do retain some of their texture, which is good. Let's see what, get a close-up of that. And there you have it. Caramelized onions, freeze-dried in the Harvest Right freeze dryer. I love my freeze dryer. I'll see you next time.